Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money. Saturday, almost midday. A couple seconds away. But I know sometimes people want to go degenerate style and bet a game a minute beforehand, but not that I'll get to all those. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. We're across the board here on the PNP Network, winning free picks, parlays, max wager, bookie blasters as well. Even on the Facebook group, all the Facebook pages. Come say hello. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. There's only me on Twitter. Hopefully, maybe the original Sean Higgs at Sean Higgs will return. They're bringing back all the banned accounts. I was banned for, I don't even know what happened. Content. I don't know. Whatever.
Save that content for your OnlyFans.
Yes. Yeah. OnlyFans is growing strong for me. So, yeah. You got the dad bod. People love it. Feet pics. Dad bod. What, I'm a triple threat guy. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Twitter, everything's on Twitter. All the free picks are tweeting out on the Twitter universe there before I even get to them in the chat. But that's just the way we do things. So, all right, let's get to some free pick action. That's what everybody really wants here. 47-30 college football plus 15.55. I think we had 2-1 yesterday. Hawaii, Auburn, Oregon State get the call today. Our Tuesday teaser: Ohio State, South Carolina, and Iowa State. College hoops. I think, what do we go? 2-1 yesterday. Again, not the best. We're 24-26 in a video, minus 445. And trying to get things right. We're back at it today. Oakland under, Charlington, UC Davis, and Central Michigan. I didn't even put up a college hoops package today, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11 games I got today. Actually, there's 10 on Picks and Parlays. One game I put up last night on another site, and it wasn't on Picks and Parlays, and I just forgot to add it this morning. And that was James Madison. I put it in one of the other write-ups. To take James Madison, they're -2. I think they're up to 5 now. But by the time I realized it, it's didn't get on there. Anyway, so these games today, again, 24-26 in the video. On the season, 109-79. These are all premiums. Usually I throw out a handful of premiums here and a couple that just make the cut. And we talked about a few of them yesterday. Oh man, I want to put these on here or bet them, right? We pick and choose. So we talked about Southern, Alcorn, Stanford, Harvard, Delaware, Loyola, Marymount, Portland, Iowa State, Tennessee, USC, San Fran, Austin, Xavier, Nichols. So those 5, that was a 9-5 record. But then a couple late at night we talked about that I liked: at Oregon, Butler, Alabama, Portland State. I don't know how they did that they won. I was just writing them down because like I said, it's you want to, and I do bet a lot of games. 10, 12, sometimes more college hoops, and I go 5-5 yesterday. And those were another 15 games we could have had out, 20 games. Anyway, it's got to get on track. Again, college football in the video, 47-30, good money here. But on the season, I'm barely over 500. 105-99. That's 52. We're down. Could be down or up, depending. Maybe if you money line a couple things, whatever. It's a break-even season. But on the video, a fabulous season. College basketball, we're down a little bit. Regular plays, up a ton. I did bet one hockey today. I thought about throwing it in here, but I'm like, you know what? Didn't fit the characters on the 200 on the screen. That was Devils under 6.5. So I grabbed that on a cold cash on the sites as well, and I'm 25-25 plus 375 on the ice. Obviously, dogs and puck lines. That's what we do. And NBA, almost threw out some NBA today. A triple play. There's 4 NBA games, and 3 of them I thought about betting: Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. But did not grab them. Did not bet them. NBA, just so you know, on the year 9-6, 10-8 in the video, plus money all over the place. So we're up there. But let's get to the games. I guess I could run them down real fast before they're all kicking off. Um, South Alabama, no thought. Madison, the game's too high because Coastal's got a backup quarterback. Not looking to play that. Army, UMass, no thank you. West Virginia, Oklahoma State. Uh, I guess an under based on the line move. Marshall, Georgia State, not, you know, uh, nothing really. Looking at what I had written down even before betting, nothing there. Rutgers, I would lean Rutgers just based on Shiano's track record as a dog. Clemson, South Carolina, I'll take South Carolina, although I don't think it went to 14.5. New Mexico State, Liberty. Really? Why are we betting this game? Western Florida Atlantic, I guess Western, maybe an overplay there. Team total for Western. Georgia, I would lay 36 with Georgia. I know Georgia Tech's played well since firing their head coach, right? I said their guy was on the hot seat, and they've played well since he's been gone. Maybe you take the 36 and think they kind of keep it close, and Georgia just kind of goes through the motions for next week and wins, 40-10 or something. Ohio State is a game I bet already. Get that at 7.5. ECU Temple. Well, I'd say Tim might not be happy because I'm going to throw the jinx out here. I'll say ECU because you know what? You're bowl eligible. Let's get a little momentum here with ECU. Let's go.
I mean, and you could always look at the the last game we played, and oh well, they just got embarrassed at home on Senior Day. You better believe they're going to come out motivated.
Come out and play, right? Come out and.
That being said, I put a degenerate parlay of ECU football and ECU basketball today, so just because why not?
Yeah, no, ECU worth a shot.
Yep.
And college noon games here, I would lean. We talked about Georgetown the other day, right? We said let's take the second half with I forgot who they're playing, and the second half. Not only did I don't know if it was Siena, I forgot who they were playing, but the team won outright. They were 10-point dog. They were down double digits at the half. They came back and won. We said fade Georgetown in the second half. Tim said it. Somebody in the chat said get it.
It was American. Because I took them plus.
You had 700, I think, and somebody in the chat had them at plus.
I got 550 or something. Yeah. Somebody in the chat got 1,200.
Yeah. So
right on, dude, and we could do it today again because who do they play? Northern Georgetown,
Baltimore County,
UMBC.
Yeah,
just wait until halftime and then let's all jump on UMBC. There you go.
I would lean, Ball State, no real opinion there. I do like Northeastern. That's a team I've always kind of liked, but again, wouldn't bet this one. Madison against South Dakota State. We talked about already. So I get Madison there. Cleveland State, Western Michigan. Nothing. Did I really even have this game even circled? Not really on this one. Had him basically as a pick 'em. And that's it. That's a 12 o'clock game. So we'll get to the chat now here. See what everybody's doing. Look at this. Miss Danika's in the house. Where have you been? Happy Thanksgiving late to you, Miss Danika. Hope all is well. Good to see you. Shannon's in the house. Good morning. Oregon State +3. Yes, I got Oregon State money line here in the chat. Good number for you. Excellent. Dadbot Sports Picks. That's it. That's the new that's the new channel for me. Lane's in the house. Good morning. All right. Shannon's got Maryland, Baltimore County. Yes, we just said that. And money line versus expect Georgia to be up 10 and lose outright. They've those 3 straight games. Exactly. They're terror. I mean, I feel bad for Ewing. What are you gonna do? Utah Valley and Boise. What time is this game? Here we go. Got it. What do we have here? 9.5 Utah Valley. Does that sound about right? That's what it was last night. Boise should get it done here at home. Utah Valley, not 11. I got this game right around 9 myself, so again, doesn't exceedingly jump off the charts to me. And but like I have, what do I have? 190 games, almost 200 games bet. Counting today, it'll be 200 college basketball games in November. And sometimes I feel like I don't even like I could have more games. Like yesterday, we talked about those other 15, 20 games I could have threw out. I mean, that's like 30 something. Now, there's 100 something games played. And people might say, well, it's a lot. You bet 10, 12, 15 games. Maybe. I think that's no different if you're betting 4 NFL games on a Sunday. I said to someone, I'll take this off the screen so people see the free pick, Shannon, but I like Boise there. I'm like, you can't bet that many games. Well, on NFL Sunday, you're betting a noon, 3, and night game. That's 3. Let's say you bet those 3. And a fourth on Monday night and a Thursday night. So you're betting what? 5 out of 30, right? How many games are there? 15, right? So 5 out of 15 or 16, whatever they are, the total games, bye weeks, whatever the case may be. It's the same equivalent. And let's be honest, people put out and bet more than one game on a NFL Sunday. So someone's like, you can't make money betting 20 college basketball games on a Saturday. I totally disagree. I can make money betting 30 of them. If you're going to bet more than half of the NFL slate, why can't you bet a quarter or a tenth or whatever it comes out to on a college basketball Saturday? Don't be. And again, to go through that many games, some I just eliminate. We talked about this essay. Some you just got to eliminate, don't even look at. That's why I have better luck in November, December. Some people don't like them. I love these games. This is where I pad my stats. Get up in the high 50, 60% area. And then when you're in conference play and you have those dog fights and you're getting those half-point losses or just missing, those are tougher because those are conference. The teams books no more. Come on. Lane today, Army UMass under? Sure. North Texas Mean Green? I'll never say no to my North Texas Mean Green. Western, yes. Duke, I like Duke versus Wake Forest. I can get on you with that one. Minnesota under? Sure. They have 0. With that team, it's totally. How do you not have a quarterback in today's football? It's crazy. Memphis over with SMU. Not pretty. I get it. Doesn't got to be pretty. Just got to win, Lane. Not bad.
We've got 2 touchdowns already today.
2 touchdowns on the board. All right, let's
And I know who scored it. The first one.
Are these big schools or
No.
smaller? All right.
Small schools.
I'm gonna go out and say I'll go whimsical and say Coastal since they have a backup quarterback, and then I'll say smaller school. So, I mean, what time is it? 10 after. I mean, I can't even say Army UMass. I don't think there'll be a lot of scoring in that game. How about a little Old Dom, maybe?
Old Dominion was the second one. Georgia State was the first one. JMU's in the red zone. UMass touchdown. Wow,
really?
That was quick.
I thought when he said first, I'm like, you know what? I'll go Coastal because I just got in here saying you can't take him with a backup quarterback, and the line went from like a touchdown to like a 20 or whatever it is.
Georgia Tech is currently second in goal on the Georgia 7.
All right.
About to get an upset.
Tech has played. They got rid of their coach, and they've just been really good.
Yep.
Good for Georgia Tech. I see Deion Sanders offered a job at Colorado. I thought he was going to Florida State. He's going to Colorado. What are we doing? South Florida plus a 19 against Central Florida. I thought about that. That almost made the free pick here. The South Florida, believe it or not. UTEP in the points. You're taking the dogs. Okay, I get it. A little El Paso. UTEP 2-step. Sure. That's a little Tim Hardaway. UTEP 2-step. I know Tim Hardaway. Clemson under against South Carolina. You don't think they'll be able to score in that defense with our guy Heisman Rattler? Northern Illinois Akron under, sure. And Whiskey, Minnesota, absolutely.
And Georgia Tech just scored.
Georgia Tech punching it in and rambling right, getting it done.
Sheesh.
Thoughts on college football? Washington and Wazoo. I would I'd go a home team money line here, kind of like Oregon State. Again, I didn't think about betting this one. Didn't really jump out at me. Nothing really said take this game, but I would lean the dog there. Upsets for Sunday: Jags and Tennessee. I like the Jags. I got the Jags and Tennessee. I got them both. I got Jacksonville in 4 and Tennessee at a 2. I think we talked about those on Look Ahead Lines, Miss. Again, new folks watching. Don Player, prettiest eyes. Is this like a song lyric in here? What do we got here? Would you take Notre Dame and San Diego State money line? So is this Notre Dame football against USC? I'm assuming, right? Listen, they've put up like 40-something points the last couple weeks. Who saw this coming? Who saw this coming from these guys? And with SC, they're off that thriller versus UCLA. Is it a letdown spot for them? I know Notre Dame's put up points, but we've seen them have some disastrous games. I'd say SC just because I'm not sold on Notre Dame. Even though we've had them a couple times, right? We had them upsetting Clemson. We said take them over Syracuse. But we've seen them go on the road, right? They went in there, whipped North Carolina, right? Then you think about those games versus, struggling versus Cal. You lose to Murray, no offense versus Ohio State. They had one play to get them a touchdown in that one. And the Aztecs, Colorado State college basketball. Thank you for the rotation. Back of the board. Added game. 42 here. Mississippi Valley. You want to lay to 26? Mississippi Valley is always one of the worst teams. And listen, you want to lay it, Richie? I don't mind. I'm just my added board games. I'm kind of looking for a dog if I'm on the back of the board there. I'm more of a take like a Albany or something. Whoever, some kind of school. I'm not gonna lay big, 3 touchdowns. Brandon's in the house. Yes, people don't like the tournaments and a lot of games like this, but for me, November, December, college basketball is a fabulous moneymaker for me. Plus, I get bowl games where, listen, worst case scenario, I'm going to go 15-9, something around 60% make money. NFL down the stretch. NFL December is usually this is when I usually do my best NFL in end of November, December, where I'm fabulous 60+%, and yet I've been cashing out. I hope I have a 80% December. But I have to be honest. My January college hoops kind of is a 50%er, like something. I don't know if I just am, and I am I stuck in my ways. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I'll keep this going for a while to see how maybe it's my numbers, whatever the case would be. I seem to struggle a little bit in January college hoops when it flips to conference, where you'd think that I'd have a stronger game, but November, December is where I jump up, and then it's a rocky January, and February comes and we straighten it out, and then we're into the conference tournaments. But I agree. Georgia Tech on the board. Yeah. Georgia Tech going to a bowl after they upset Georgia here. Young Shard, how you been, my guy? I like UC Davis. I got UC Davis. Listen, I don't mind laying a 5. I think they win by 10.
All right. Real quick, theoretical. If Georgia Tech beats Georgia, and then by some crazy thing, LSU beats Georgia in the SEC championship, now you get a 2-loss non-conference winning Georgia. What do we do with them?
You take the SEC champion, and if Ohio State and Michigan State are close, or either way, you take both of them, and if TCU's undefeated, people are gonna say TCU stinks. You're undefeated.
Yep.
And you could joke all you want. A good team, you find ways to win. I say that. That's what I said about all year. You find ways to get things done. What are you doing? On the other side of that, Texas find ways to lose games.
Just I gotta throw that theoretical out there.
No, that'd be interesting. And that you'll get a lot of. This is why we need 12 teams. No, this is why you don't. This is why teams are garbage. All right, you want to go 6 maybe? I can't have 12. There are not 12 teams that are that good in college basketball or college football. Stop it. Just stop. Deion Zacco, Colorado, just had an interview. I thought he'd go to Florida State. Go back home. Then did Tim say South Florida? Did you say South Florida yesterday, Tim, for him?
I heard rumors with South Florida. I thought he moved up. I guess I don't know. I heard rumors with it. Maybe not.
I don't think he's a Colorado guy. That's not his.
No, I think he stays in Florida. Or if he's going to a bigger conference, it'll be a better team than Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to really offer him the kitchen sink to like get him out in the snow. All right, NFL. This is Lane's talking NFL tomorrow. Atlanta versus the Redskins. I kind of like Washington. Washington has a defense. Atlanta doesn't. Seattle in a rout under Denver, Carolina. Sure. And Carolina. How do you take Denver as a any kind of favorite? Thoughts on Delaware and Hartford college basketball? Delaware and Hartford. The Hartford Whalers and the Delaware Blue Hens. Where's this? What time is this game? Come on, help me out, Shannon here.
It starts soon. Because I know we're on.
Help me out.
Hartford.
I gotta.
We're on Hartford.
Pull up the.
They start at.
Where's CA? Here we
I think it's 2:00.
All right, here we go. 2:00. 5:20 added.
Mm-hmm.
What is this line here? 14 points. I would actually lean to the dog, I guess. I mean, it's 17. I got this at like a 14 or 15 and a half, actually. So I would lean to the dog, 17 points. Not interested. Neutral site, college basketball's underrated, taking away the home court advantage makes a difference. Not only that, though, it's just until we get more, listen, we get our bracket buster Saturdays, and sometimes you get your 5-12 upsets or whatever the heck may be. Until they stop taking your 17-11 eighth place team in the SEC, Big Ten, ACC crap, and give us a mid-major team that's 24-6 that maybe went 1-2 versus other, Power 5 schools or something. This is good basketball. I love it. I love all these crazy tournaments. I love it. Good, college, I say it all the time. I love baseball. It's my favorite bet. On college basketball is second. I know NFL. Give me college hoops. It's the only reason I keep my ESPN Plus so I can watch all these ESPN 3 games. Quinny, 646. This is I kind of like Quinny, believe it or not, here. I mean, Montana's not terrible. I thought about this game. I did. This one almost made the cut, Richie. Let me pull it up real fast here. The thing that, again, drew me off of it, so I'm like, oh, because I sort of like Quinny, but I'm like, you have a undefeated team and basically a pick 'em. So then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should be on the visiting Bobcats as opposed to the home Bobcats or the neutral site Bobcats. How about we take the Bobcats to win? Can we bet our life on that?
There's your lock, Bobcats in that game. Get it.
The Bobcats will win today. That's my concern on Quinny. Like, as stupid as that is, that would be a why I didn't jump on them. And I'm thinking about the other side, like, oh, undefeated. I look at the teams. I'm like, Tim, NBA thoughts. Shannon's looking for some nothing but action.
We got one game.
A second. Wait. Baltimore County's up 10 on Georgetown. What are they up?
Oh, we can't do anything now with it. Georgetown, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Come on.
Unbelievable. Holy cow, Georgetown. Go ahead, do your NBA, fella.
I got one, and it's against what Higgs said because I'm on Toronto. I'm gonna back them every single home game that they have, no matter what the spread is. They are a team that is really, really good at home. I believe they're 6-2 so far this year at home, 5-3 against the spread. So you're up money on them. I'm going to continue to ride Toronto at home plus a 2.5. Actually, I have the money line at plus like 127 or something like that. That's my only play. I had no interest in the Spurs game. I had no interest in the Thunder game, and then I almost took the Jazz, but just did not pull the trigger.
There you go.
There you go.
Appreciate your live bet at Chiefs Monday. I tailed them, made some money. I think we're in here doing look ahead lines. Yes, look ahead lines every Sunday. That's why you come in to look ahead lines. I'm up 2,500 this week. Best week I've had all season. Yeah. Now, it's funny. Like, you start seeing the board well after like 2 weeks of hodgepodge college hoops. Like, I think you can find edges. And again, it's not like I'm hitting some kind of like 90%, again, 200 games, 109 and 79, and I got 10 going today. It's a profitable month. I think this is, I don't say it's the easiest. I never like throwing out kind of terms like that. But there are edges, and you could hit them, now and even next month. I know next month's a little limited because you have exams and breaks and stuff like that, but there's still stuff to do. Vandy outright, baby. Vaders come up a wee short last night, but got to cover. They did. They were down. I thought Florida State was going to put them away. I thought they were going to put them away. Vanderbilt outright today over the Vols. I got a Tennessee and a 17. We'll see. Hopefully, I'll take a cover. I mean, you're asking
Wait,
for outright.
Did you get a 17? Oh, you got 17 with Vandy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
For Mississippi, I live in Jackson, where Jackson State, three of Dion's kids play. Yeah, that's right. He's want to probably stay close, nearby. That's if he's gonna go somewhere. It'll be. I think he's a warm weather kind of guy. So the Colorado's out of the question unless they threw like. I don't want to say like Stanford because Stanford's a. You can't win at Stanford. He couldn't win at Stanford. He's if it's SC or UCLA maybe, but he's a warm guy. He's a Florida guy, maybe Texas, somewhere in the South. Richie P coming in Iowa 677 Emerald Coast Classic. Let's pull it up. Oh, TCU. Take Iowa in a route. TCU basketballs. Don't be fooled by their 4-1. I'm not a lover of the Horned Frogs here.
They were preseason ranked 13th and dropped off because their one loss was as a 26.5-point dog to Northwestern State.
Well, not only that, every game is a close game.
Yeah, not to mention the 1-point game against Arkansas Pine Bluff. They're not cover against Lamar, and then they finally covered against somebody, but I don't know. No, don't trust TCU. Nope. Just because they're good in football does not mean they're good in basketball.
I mean, they're good. They're just not a top 20 team. I'll take Iowa. Yeah, FSU partnering with Norville. Exactly. Well, this goes back to, we'll go back to LSU game 1. And I said, we took Florida State. I said, he has to win this because he's on his way out and Dion is on his way in. And he had a nice season. And he'll, maybe they wrap it up with a bowl win, and he earns himself some goodwill here. They think they're going in the right direction. No problem, Lane, says Shannon. Any thoughts on NDSC over? I want to say over because we saw SC in a wild one. So maybe, obviously, the defense might be a little leaky. Notre Dame scored 40 lately. I just have trouble thinking Notre Dame's going to put up those kind of points here. I don't know. I guess it's easier to say USC any over, or ND any over. Either way, something close, a wild game like we saw last week. Here's the thing: does SC come out totally flat from last week, and Notre Dame jumps on them fast, and this game turns into 24-21 because SC doesn't get going until the third quarter? I mean, I like my totals in college. I'm having a nice total season where, like I said, but yeah, not nothing particularly strong there, Shannon. Georgetown won a game, grabbed another $250 live at plus $2. Well, the bet that would have been when they were down, whatever, 8 or 9 points before, say maybe you take George. Actually, they probably What do you think? Would they have been plus money even though they're given the way they have played? Would they have been plus money down 10? Or
I
would it
don't
just
know.
been gone to or would it just gone to Georgetown even or something? You know?
I'm a little bit annoyed around because for whatever reason, my book selects a couple of college basketball games to have live bets on. So the only ones I can see for live bets is the Navy game and the Cleveland State game, and that is it.
Well, they're probably going to stay away from Georgetown anyway because they're getting buried.
Yep, probably.
Tony Stark in the house. Good to see you, Tony. Got a FanDuel performance doubles. Giddy 8 assists. OKC to win for 270. You want to grab OKC here? It's Houston. I totally understand. It's worth it. Plus 270. I'm not gonna say no to a plus 270. I still think Georgetown wins the first half, but they will lose. Yeah, the problem is Georgetown rallying back. The problem is that the live bet in the second half is at the window in a 4-point game or something. It's not like good when they're up by 10 and you've bet against them. Save the dripper. Love it. I got over NDSC. All right, that's that would be my initial thought process. But again, I double check or overthink whatever you want to be. I'm thinking maybe they come out bad, and I'd just rather not play it.
By the way, we have a score update for the game. Ohio State 7-0 touchdown for them. For 10 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first, 7-0. The Ohio State.
What do we got here? 685. Where's my rotation? 8 o'clock. All right. North Texas and the beach under. I think I have that in the chat, don't I? Do I have that in the chat? Long Beach under? Maybe not. I did bet it. It's 126. I got a 130.5. Thanks, Jesse. I'm going to tell you on that and the Vandy. He's pretty good, Shannon. You can see Jesse's record. Not too shabby. Vandy, listen. I like Vandy money line be fabulous. I'm hoping for the cover. College hoops, Iowa and Cal Irvine. Yeah, Iowa against TCU, sure. And Irvine, let's see who they got. I don't know who they have off the top of my head.
New Mexico State, 689, 690.
There we go. Irvine's actually surprised me a little bit here. I didn't have them in the top of my Big West board. But, man, they demolished Nichols last night. I kind of like Nichols. Now, I know this is – I think it was New Mexico. I know there was some kind of shooting on campus. One of their players was involved, and so they were like some kind of fight in a mugging or, I don't know, some kind of craziness. I don't know if that was New Mexico or State. I think it was New Mexico. This is a tough one. I want to say maybe a little Aggies here, believe it or not. I know Irvine's been pretty solid. And, New Mexico hasn't played too much here. New Mexico State had not played that often. Just 3 games, and one was a warm-up game. I mean, who? New Mexico Highlands. Iowa, yes. The other game, not so much. Free minds in the house. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I got here Hawaii, Auburn. I almost put Auburn money line on the sites today, believe it or not. I think Auburn wins outright here, or it's Alabama in a rout. That's my thought here. But I took Auburn and a points.
We saw exactly what happened last year. Alabama fighting for a national championship. Auburn pretty much in the exact same spot that they were, and they went 4 overtimes. I don't blame you.
I just I don't know my thought process for Alabama being out of it at this point. One thing you lose the SEC championship game, it's a second loss, and you get bumped out would be one thing. Like, all right, you're going to a bowl game, your guys are going to sit out, get ready for the NFL draft. You're out of a bowl game in November. what kind of mindset do these guys have?
Technically, they're not completely out of it.
In their mind, listen,
No,
Saban,
'cause I know it's a lot of stuff they need a lot of help, but all of a
you're not in
sudden
the championship game. You're not getting in that playoff. We're going to have 3 SEC teams in the championship game in the playoffs. That's you're
no.
telling me. Well, how do you not put all 3 of them in? Because they're all 2-loss teams, and or you're telling me that Georgia wins, LSU's in the championship game, and they beat Alabama. They don't get in. Alabama gets in. No, no.
Well, a 3-loss LSU team, no. Because if LSU, it would take LSU to lose in the conference
LSU
in the
cannot
championship game.
leapfrog Alabama. No, I don't care. They lose in the championship game. No, I beat you. We played. I'm better than you. This is like the BS they played when
But
Miami
you
beat
forget,
Florida State and didn't get into the championship game because of
but
these
you forgot
rankings.
the factor of the Magic A. Because they're Alabama.
No,
they're sitting 7th in the nation right now. They still have a shot.
no.
Clemson loses to UNC. You get one of the Michigan or Ohio State is going down. You get TCU to lose a game. USC loses a game, and all of a sudden, Bama's in there because of why not?
No. Bro,
I know it's crazy, but
happens.
still.
Touchdown, Clemson, 14-0. The Clem Dogs over South Carolina. Freemind, how you been? Markel's in the house. Tim, are you on the Raptors? He loves the Raptors. He's a Raptor. He's got a Raptor tattoo on his back. No,
not quite. not quite.
You should. You just said you're taking them every game at home. Thoughts on Iowa State TCU? I like the dog here. I mean, TCU, they win, but they play some crazy games. I'll take the 10. I know it's come down. I think it's a 9.5 now. That being said, I will take the dog. Double digits there. James is in the house. What's up? Fairfield, 655 against who we got? Mercer. It's 3.5. Huh? This was a 4.5 last night. 3.5, huh? It's down a point. Give me the Stags. I'll take Fairfield Stags with you here. Taking A&M plus 10 against LSU. I can't condone that. First of all, who's showing up for this A&M game? I'll tell you what. I'm next to Texas or I'm next to Louisiana. These Cajun people are nuts down here. There's a cat. Next time I go to Walmart, I see it there sometimes. There is a purple Jeep, all LSU tricked out. These LSU people are insane. They, forget it. They're going to take over A&M. No A&M fans are going to this. First of all, it's Thanksgiving weekend, and the team's crap. They're not going. That stadium will be a bunch of LSU people having gummo in the parking lot. All right. Note or don't. Exactly. Don't do it. Just waiting for my game start this afternoon. Ate breakfast, beer in hand. Let's go college football. Beer in hand. Oh, my goodness.
Stop it. Get some help.
Come on, man. Having a beer. Markel saying hello to Free Mind. Good luck. LSU's real good. Richie, you're in Texas. You got to see these Louisiana plates, right? I mean, the guy's got a Jeep. It could be a Gal for all I know. Purple. It's got the gold. The rims are the yellowish gold, whatever. The seats are purple with the yellow LSU on the heads. I want to take a picture of it. Vanity plates. I don't know. All right. On that note, Hawaii, Auburn, Oregon State, and college football. The Tuesday teaser was Ohio State, South Carolina, and Iowa State. College hoops, Oakland under Tarleton, Davis, Central Michigan. The college basketball, again, was all premium stuff. I just threw it out here. I didn't put any premium college hoops up, I don't know. Maybe I should have. I mean, I could make a couple packages. Usually I put like 2 or 3 up a day when they're all spread out like this. Maybe I'll still add it. Who knows? Try to make you folks some money. If you want the premiums, go get them. If you bet Georgia minus 35 today, you're currently losing by 42 points. Tech, Jesse, let me ask you, because I was a Georgia Tech under guy this season. I thought Georgia Tech was going to be a bad team. I thought the coach was on the hot seat. Here we go. I'm scrolling it underneath here. Clemson over, NC State over, Syracuse under, loser, Boston College over, loser, Duke under, loser, Georgia Tech under, loser. I thought Georgia Tech was going to be a bad team. I thought the coach was going to be on his way out. Obviously, he's gone. But the rebound after the coach takes over, not that I'm saying like looking ahead to next year. These guys, good for them. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm trying to say about Georgia Tech, but like you fire a coach, sometimes they go into the can. These guys, 5 wins, and they're up today.
And they're going to beat Georgia, and then they'll make a bowl game. There you go.
They beat Georgia and win a bowl game. I don't even know who their assistant is right now or who's the intern coach. This guy should take over. They should not go after somebody else. He's willed these guys to these wins, and if he gets a win today, it's possible. You never know. We see Georgia struggle against who? They struggle against Kent. They had to come back against. What do I need help for? Life is good.
And
I know. I'm just making
they
jokes.
struggle against Mizzou as well.
I'm making jokes on having a beer at 11 in the morning. All right, listen, have a good Saturday. I'm going to a Friendsgiving. One of Dan's football buddies. They're Cajun. They're from Louisiana. They've been out here for a few years. So I'm going to go and bring my jersey out there. Those Cajuns don't know what they're in for. They can never assume a team is the same in week 13 as it was in week 2. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hey, some teams play out, though, right? We think a team's going to be good or bad. It plays out the way it does. Georgia Tech's scenario, the coach has been there. Things haven't been going. They needed a change. They went to it. But whatever they did, the coach changed, play calling, whatever, they've responded. They've responded. 5:29 on the added. Gardner Weeb. I kind of like Central. I almost bet NC Central today. Right? That's who we got. Weeb in Central. Out of the MEAC. I thought about NC Central. I know we're talking total here. I almost grabbed NC Central last night. I actually had it in the block on the sites, and I'm like, I was like, what is up with this line? Total over as well. I'll go over with you, yes, because I like the dog. I think we're going to score. So, yeah, hopefully it's pretty good. I didn't know, like, my wife told Dan, she's like, listen, why don't you text, see if we should bring something? I know, potato salad, macaroni salad. Like, I'm ready to bring, chicken franchise and tell these people how Italians eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, down here having duck or whatever the heck they got here. Quail. What's up with the quail down here? James. I know. You know what? Richie P's coming next. He's a Texas guy. Richie. What's up with the quail? Is there some kind of crazy quail farms around here? Quail. I go over to Molina's and they have like quail.
Apparently the quail eggs are very, very high in protein.
Well, I'm not eating the eggs. I'm talking about the little quails. I mean, they're pretty tasty, but they're a little bony. They're tiny. I'm going to need about 40 of them to eat. I was thinking NC Central too. Yeah, quail. A lot of wild boar down here too. See a lot of wild boar on the side of the road. I want to take a helicopter ride. You can go up there with your rifle and just, for free and just blast away and kill boar. It's fun to kill hundreds of boar. Can't eat them though, apparently. Say it's kind of a tough meat. I don't know. I think you put in how hard could it be? Put in a crock pot or a smoker? Wouldn't it just kind of get a little quail? Richie's not a big quail guy. He's got the barf face. Lane Kiffin returning to Ole Miss. Yeah. Yes, he is. Because it looks like Hugh Freeze is going to the Plains for Auburn. I'll tell you what, after Cadillac wins today, doggy outright Auburn, boy, they're going to be mad. Like, can you imagine the talk radio in Auburn? Why the heck they all get rid of Cadillac? They bring in Hugh Freeze. Cadillac beating Alabama. That's my Southern talk down here. I don't have a good Southern accent. I can't get it. Lane is full of it. You think he's going? You think he's taking the Auburn job? I thought Hugh Freeze was coming down here. Hugh Freeze. I don't know. Richie's laughing at me. All right, I don't know. I'm getting out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back on a Sunday with your midday money there. And again, newer folks on all the channels. I threw it on all the channels because it's a nice holiday weekend. That's what I do. It's a Black Friday sale. You get me all weekend long. So I'll see you tomorrow. Look headlines tomorrow night. And have a good one.